In short, the reason we trust scammers and liars is because we are hardwired to. Most of us like to believe we don't trust them, or that we can spot a liar from a mile away. But the truth is, that's you lying to yourself, or choosing to stay blind to the fact that there are beliefs in your own life that are built on lies. So why do we trust them? Well, to quote my granddad again, don't ever take hope away from a man. It might be all he has left. This quote explains why we trust people, even those we can easily prove have lied or scammed others. No matter where you're from, most of us want to improve our lives, and many of us at one point or another have felt like there's no way out. You felt stuck or destined to be that way forever, with no encouragement or clear steps forward. You lose hope. But if someone comes along and gives you that hope, makes you believe you can break free from that path, most of us turn a blind eye to any warning signs. Why? Because hope is what we lacked and desperately needed. One of my first role models was a friend's dad who was mega successful until he wasn't. He was the best person to hang out with and get advice from until his business started to crumble. That heartbreak, watching your hero fall, is the same situation that explains why we ignore blatant lies or scams. We often feel the need to speak emotionally in favor of our ideals, even if logic tells us we shouldn't. How many people on YouTube right now aren't profitable trading their mentor's way, but still defend them in the comments? Probably most of them. Why? Let's call it the YouTube generation. We've likely been raised in a way where your feelings matter, and when information challenges those emotions, we feel the need to defend our beliefs. Here's the truth: your emotions do matter, but not all the time. That's especially true in profitable trading. There will be times when your emotions tell you not to take that trade, or when you think, I'm due for a winner, so let's bet bigger. Neither of those are moments you should listen to your emotions. It's this battle between emotion and logic that you need to work on. Forget what YouTube, your family, or your relationships tell you. Look at how often you listen to your emotions and how often they're right. Do the same with your logical thinking. If you're struggling with your emotions, remember this: emotion comes from the story we tell ourselves. Change the story and you change the emotion. Many of you know I started working in sales and I sucked at it. I was terrified of getting on the phone. Every no crushed me. I felt useless dialing all day only to have one person pick up. It wasn't until I realized I was the youngest guy in the office, and if anyone was going to sound bad or stupid, it should be me. That change in perspective broke my ego, allowed me to accept that I didn't know what I was doing, and pushed me to get better. That same shift in the story you tell yourself will help you navigate your emotions. I don't know how Granddad would have felt in today's world, but I know he would hate the idea that we can definitively prove someone is a liar, yet masses of young men still follow and defend that person. Maybe we've fallen so far that a person's character doesn't matter anymore. But what I do know is that your journey matters. The decisions you make from this point on will shape your life. Fortunately for you, trading gives you a simple measure of success, profit or loss, to help you see whether you're on track. Now, I saved this part because I'm sure many of you will leave negative comments before ever getting to this point in the video, but love me or hate me, I'm rooting for you. If those emotions push you to defend your mentor's mentor, kudos to you. I hope those decisions lead to profits. For me, emotions never helped. It wasn't until I moved past my initial feelings and focused on logic that I started making better decisions. Another big reason we trust scammers or liars is simple. We just don't know enough to question it. Let's be real. Most of us aren't experts in everything, especially in something like trading. When someone claims to have the answers, strategies, or secrets to success, it's tempting to take them at their word. They sound confident, they have flashy results, and they're telling us something we want to believe. But here's the issue. Without the knowledge or experience to fact check what they're saying, we can't tell if it's legit or just another smoke show. And that's exactly what scammers count on. They bank on your lack of understanding to slip past your defenses. How many times have you heard someone say, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is, and still found yourself tempted by the promise of easy success? It's natural. You want to believe that maybe this time is different, that this strategy or mentor has cracked the code. And here's the thing, you're not dumb for falling for it. You just didn't have the tools or knowledge to see the holes in the story. The key is to learn from it. So the next time someone promises you the world, you can spot the red flags and walk away before you get burned. Another layer to this is denial. No one wants to admit they've been lied to, or scammed, especially when you've put time, money, and energy into following someone's advice. It's easier to double down and defend your decision than face the painful truth that you were wrong. We've all been there. When you've invested in something, whether it's a mentor, a system, or even an idea, admitting you made a mistake hurts. It challenges your sense of judgment and forces you to confront your vulnerability. And when you're vulnerable, your instinct is to protect yourself. So you go into denial. You start telling yourself stories to justify why you followed that person in the first place. Maybe you think they must know something I don't, or everyone else believes in them, so I should too. The truth becomes harder to see because you're emotionally attached to the outcome. And here's the kicker, scammers, they prey on your desire to be right. They feed into your vulnerability, offering you reassurance and making you feel like part of an exclusive group that's in the know. Once you're in that mindset, it becomes even harder to admit you've been misled. But here's the reality. Being wrong isn't the end of the world. It's just part of the learning process. In trading and in life, the sooner you accept that, the quicker you can adjust course and move forward. Denial might protect your ego in the short term, but it'll cost you in the long run if you keep trusting the wrong people just to avoid facing the truth. If you found value in this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's keep pushing each other to be better traders, emotionally and logically. And thanks for watching. Signing off.